paid.
KFAN.
Meshbesher Spence gets Minnesotans because as one of our state's oldest law firms, we've been fighting for our fellow Minnesotans for over 60 years. We know the ins and outs of Minnesota's legal system, and to never call it a casserole. We know how to get Minnesotans full and fair settlements, and that any food can be put on a stick. Mostly, we know how Minnesotans deserve to be treated. If you've been hurt in an accident, call Meshbesher Spence. Minnesota personal injury lawyers, Minnesotans trust.
And this is
KFAN Jeopardy. I'm your, we're co-hosts, Tenneby and I here. We're broadcasting live from the Minnesota State Fair, Carousel Park, shadows of the grandstand. I recognize the faces of all three of our contestants today. All three, Tenneby, are of championship timber.
Yes.
Timber! 2 will fall like a tree. 1 will be our grand champion.
Which we've never had before.
No, we've never had. Why don't you kind of explain the who, what, why, where, and when, and how we got to the point we're at today?
Well, I mean, we've been doing KFAN Jeopardy for a couple 13, 14 years now. And as you've mentioned in the past, usually we just draw 3 names. Sometimes the people that come up here have no idea what's going on, and it kind of ruins the game. And we spend a lot of time putting this together. So I don't know who came up with it. Was it you, Jeremy, who came up with the idea last year of, hey, we should have a Champions Edition? So we did have 3 people who emailed me who claimed to be former champions. I guess they could have lied to me.
No, they didn't. There's no question. I can see it in them.
And the number 1 spot to your left here is David.
Let's hear it for David.
Here, hold.
AKA Beatles Sabermetrics.
Beatles Sabermetrics guy.
And then in the middle we have Brian, former champion.
Brian, let's hear it for Brian. Brian, do you have a moniker? No. No moniker guy. And our third contestant?
And our third contestant is Jeremy.
Jeremy, and do you have a moniker?
Halloween joke writer.
Oh, that's right, Halloween.
Guy.
Yeah, Halloween joke writer. And you know what he said, Tenneby? He's already been working on the Halloween costume bit. And how many did you say? We have like almost 30?
Last year, with very little preparation, I think we had maybe the many costumes of Mark Rosen, the key hit, the final day of the month of October. Last year was probably 12 to 15. As of yesterday morning, I just crossed off number 30.
30. Wow. 30 costumes. It's one of my favorite bits of all time, and he is our Halloween costume staff writer.
That is just the final day.
Yeah.
All 23 days have a different topic, and if you want a preview after the game's done, after I beat these 2 sleds,
oh wow,
wow,
you can have it.
We might
Jeremy's
have to
talking
do
a little
that.
smack.
Oh, look at these 2 guys kind of looked at each other like, oh, really? This could be very interesting. Do we have a grand prize?
We'll
How about a common man book?
We already have that.
You already have them, don't you? I figured you probably did. Yeah. Well, you use them to study for this. This is like a cram. You use that as a textbook for KFAN Jeopardy.
We do have some hats and fanny packs to give away.
Yeah, we'll figure out something. Bragging rights, I guess, more than anything.
You're the champ. You're not playing for prizes.
Yeah, you're not playing for prizes. Are we ready to play?
Yes. Obviously, these 3 know how to play. Every answer must be in the form of a question. And in the first round, we have 5 different categories, valued 100 through 500. Would you like to read off the categories?
They would be fan personalities, button bar bits, fan disasters, before and after, and fan foodies. Fan foodies.
So fan personalities, button bar bits, fan disasters, before and after, and fan foodies. David, since you're first in line, we'll let you choose the category and the number.
Fan foodies for 500, please.
Oh, right to 500.
500. This is Mark Rosen's go-to seafood dish when...
David.
What is swordfish?
Wow.
We're not even going to get all the questions even asked today. It's going to stop halfway through.
Very well. Swordfish is his go-to. I wish we could bonus points because say, how do you think he likes it done? See, but we're not going to go that far with it. You
Stay
on
with
the board.
David.
You have $500.
Fan foodies for 400, please.
Dan Barrero called corporate at Brugger's to complain about this soup.
Jeremy.
What is Neptla?
Brian. Brian was up next.
What is chicken spatzel?
That is correct. Cloudy chicken spatzel soup. Cloudy chicken spatzel soup. Very good.
We're on Brian. You control the board here.
Fan foodies 300.
JG's personality has been compared.
Brian.
What is a tasteless box of mashed potatoes?
Do I finish the question or?
I think we got to stop halfway through, but
is that what they stop? I don't know how it works on.
yeah. Otherwise, people could cheat. Halfway through the question. We're back on Brian controlling the board.
200.
Tenneby thinks the juice from this vegetable.
David.
What is a tomato?
No. Brian.
What is a pickle?
Yes. I just want a pickle. No, I
And a
don't.
motorcycle?
I want a
100.
Brian says fan foodies for 100.
Corey Cove will only eat this, as foul as it sounds.
I mean, all three of those are at the same time. You think it's David? All right, we'll go to David.
What is chicken fingers?
Yeah.
That'll work, yeah.
So we've already.
Chicken tenders.
Wow, we've already gone through one category. I don't think we got to the end of one. I forced the end of that question in just because I wanted to get it in. Where are we at on the score right now?
Brian has the lead with 900. David's in second with 400. Jeremy at minus 400.
And Jeremy was cocking off before the show
called them
started.
sleds.
That's funny.
He motivated.
Okay, what's next?
I believe we're at David has control of the board.
We have
with
fan personalities, button bar bits, fan disasters, and before and after.
What is how about fan disasters?
4.
For 500.
Wow.
One time when Tenna was on vacation, this person tried hosting Program Password, but had to be replaced by...
Jeremy.
Who is Zach Halverson?
Wow.
That is correct. Well done.
Well done. I thought that was going to be a hard one.
Yeah. Well, Doc was Helvey was so bad at it, we had to replace the MC halfway through the show.
Jeremy controls the board.
Disasters for 400.
Get in that chair and stay in that
Oh, David.
Dan Barrero.
Next time in the form of a question.
Get in that chair and stay in that
Who
chair.
is Dan Barrero?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Get in that chair and stay in that chair, or we'll find somebody who was once uttered by this person after Common neglected his duties as a board op while doing free show down the hall. He knew it was just by
Get in that chair. He knew it. That's unbelievable. David, you have the board still?
Whatever it was for 300.
Fan disasters for 300.
Disasters for 300.
While some might have enjoyed it, Common thought it was a disaster to have this Paul Lambert-fronted band play at the Rube Party.
Brian.
Who is Meat Sauce and the Whalers?
Yes. We're on Brian has control of the board.
200.
Fan disasters for 200.
The game Tenna played on one of the first...
Brian.
What is 90s hip hop trivia?
The game Tenna played on one of the first voyages of the Tenna Fitzgerald involving the music that may have been why his hosting stints are called the Tenna Fitzgerald was called this. He had it right. I like to finish the questions for he doesn't know. So they do. I mean, he's obviously you guys know your stuff. Fan disasters for 100?
100.
When management had dreams of the fan taking over the world, they just...
Brian.
What is KFAN the restaurant?
It's unbelievable.
When management had dreams of the fan taking over the world, they decided to try their hand in the culinary world with this short-lived establishment, KFAN the restaurant.
Jeremy, remember when you called these two sleds? Like 3 words in, they're answering every question.
Objects in your rearview mirror.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Very good. I like
that.
it.
All right, 2 categories have been eliminated. We have fan personalities, button bar bits, and before and after. Brian controls the board.
Go to before and after 100.
Now, how does that work?
You have like 2 things that are connected together and before and after.
Yeah, okay, see, because this one's always a tricky
This one's going to be harder. Yeah, you're going to have to listen to this whole one.
This one's a little tricky. You've got to put before and after together. Okay. Did you want 500 right away? Oh, 100. The Rock Talk co-host and the president of the Indigo Girls fan club is a Bay Area Major League Baseball team.
Brian.
Who is Brian Oakland A's?
Very good.
200
Before and after 200.
The highly rated drive time fan host who leaves the radio to the professionals loudly shouts this elite and tiresome PJ Fleck motto.
Let's go Jeremy there.
What does Dan Barrere row the boat?
Yes, well done. Oh, very good.
Same category, 300.
The punctuation used to end a sentence that queries or inquires is a former Wild player who...
Brian. Never mind.
Jeremy.
What is question mark Parrot?
That is correct.
Same category, 400.
Before and after 400.
An Olympic curling gold medalist and Power Trip contributor is Jerry Seinfeld's best friend.
Brian.
Who is Tyler George Costanza?
I don't think I could beat these three.
No, I could have no chance.
Brian, you want to finish out the category for 500? Before and after 500.
The dopey former intern who was the first to declare QB's the most important position in sports is a 3-letter acronym for Guns N' Roses.
David.
Dopey intern.
Nope. Brian.
Who is Notorious D.I.G.N.R.
This is astonishing.
He's
Sad, really. Hell of a talent. He's got a lot of time on his hands, listening to the fan all the time.
This is one of those things you're going to win, but not brag about it once you're done.
Yeah. Okay.
3 categories down. We got 2 to go. We got fan personalities, button bar bits. Brian, you are in control of the board.
Let's try button bar bits 100.
After an opening drive touchdown against the Patriots, PA and Pete proclaimed that he had a...
Brian.
Who is Norv?
That's correct. They proclaimed that he had a sophisticated offensive game plan. That would be Norv!
200.
Button bar bits for 200.
During the 41 donut loss, John Madden said the Vikings...
Jeremy.
What are chairs?
Yes, the Vikings defense looked like chairs. That is correct.
Same category, 300.
Button bar bits for 300.
This animal with a note in its mouth could...
Brian.
What is a dog?
A dog with a note in its mouth could sell the fan.
I'm starting to think this is all about just who can get their hand up quickest. Brian, it's still on you. Want to go button bar bits for 400?
400.
This former Viking gave Tony Dungy a Gatorade bath after...
Brian.
Who is Mike Doss?
This is astonishing.
Good to hear from him.
Yeah, it is good to hear.
This guy is Brian is the Tiger Woods of KFAN
like
Jeopardy. Like he's up against champions and making them look like they're awful. Button bar bits for 500.
This Star Tribune reporter was back at it again.
David.
Who is Jesse Ventura?
Brian.
Who is Doug Grove?
He's Doug Rowe, and you're back at it again. Mr. Groh, I'm asking you a question. Do you find this funny? I find it in keeping with 4 years. Well, at least you're not smiling and laughing anymore. Oh, I see you're back at it again. Well done. And now we go to the final category.
1 category to go, fan personalities. Would you like it for 100, Brian?
Let's jump to 5.
Oh, hold on. He knew it.
He knew it.
Well, you could give the other guys a chance to get back in this game. Right now, Brian, you have the daily double opportunity. You have $3,700. Jeremy now is in second with $600. David, you've missed a couple in a row. You're now at minus $200. So, Brian, how much would you like to risk here? Fan personalities.
True daily double, please.
True daily double. It's not worth winning if you can't win big.
So he's going to have...
He's risking $3,700.
So he's going to have 70... How much?
7,400.
Have 7,400. Well, he's just going to, right? I mean, that's what I...
And if he misses it, he's still in second place, just down 600.
Yes.
So fan personalities for 500.
He once said to a woman on an airplane, "You can take a picture of me if you want.
Just
I
Brian.
saw you recognize me."
It's just Brian.
Who was Paul Allen?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
correct. You know, tell me, when we went into this, we thought, let's do a championship version because all the guys will be really good at it and it won't be a rout. This is as big of margin as I think we've ever seen. Where are we at as we get to...
Well, I was just going to say, you know how the power trip won't let A.J. Mansour play initials anymore because he was too dominant? This is Brian's last time on KFAN Jeopardy.
this
Like,
is it.
He's just going to go down as the GOAT, and he won't be invited back anymore.
Yeah, what are the
Brian
scores?
now is at 7,400. Jeremy's at 600. David's at minus 200. We still have 4 questions to go in this category. Fan personalities
100, please.
for 100.
LeBron James called him...
David.
Who is Paul Allen?
Yes, he called Paul Allen a national treasure. So did I, sitting with some people on the bench while PA was doing a show. Do you think I did mine with a little bit of sarcasm, or do you think I was serious?
David, you have fan personalities. You can go 200, 300, or 400.
KFAN personalities for 400, please.
He once said he would jump into a river to save his dog.
Brian.
Who is going to be?
For 300, fan personalities.
While dog sitting, he once...
David.
Who is Max Fuller?
Yes, Phil and Fuller. He once got John Bonus's dog high. Well, he didn't do it intentionally. It's not like he shared a 6-hose hookah with him. He just, his bag of dope was sitting on the floor or on a table, and the dog got into it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Thank you.
Final one,
Wow.
fan personalities for 200.
This fan personality was accused of bad reporting when he broke the news that Brett Favre...
David.
Who is the common man, Dan?
That is
Yes.
correct. When I said he was going to play in Monday Night Football game when he was listed as out. So now we're at the halfway point. Where are we at?
Yeah, Brian's in the lead with 7,800. Jeremy's in second with 600. David, you're back in black with 400. But the dollar values double in the next round, so there's still a chance to catch up here.
We'll take a short break, come back. This is KFAN Championship Week Jeopardy. Short break, come back with more live from the Minnesota State Fair here on The Fan.
This is the Common Man, Dan Cole, live from the fair on The Fan. Meshbesher and Spence.
Meshbesher and Spence gets Minnesotans. Because as one of our state's oldest law firms, we've been fighting for our fellow Minnesotans for over 60 years. We know the ins and outs of Minnesota's legal system, and to never call it a casserole. We know how to get Minnesotans full and fair settlements, and that any food can be put on a stick. Mostly, we know how Minnesotans deserve to be treated. If you've been hurt in an accident, call Meshbesher and Spence. Minnesota Personal Injury Lawyers, Minnesotans Trust.
KFAN at the Minnesota State Fair, August 22nd through Labor Day. We'll be broadcasting live daily with brand new station merch, along with your chance to win prizes and more. Everything you need to know is at KFAN.com. Powered by Meshbesher and Spence.
Meshbesher and Spence has called Minnesota home for over 60 years. We know our state's legal system inside and out and know how to get you full and fair compensation. Meshbesher and Spence, Minnesota Personal Injury Lawyers, Minnesotans Trust. Go to meshbesher.com.
Listen to the NFL Fantasy Football Podcast on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search NFL Fantasy and start listening.
Ear tube placement that provides less stress, less cost, and less worry. That's what Humminbird Ear Tubes offers. Less stress because Humminbird offers ear tube placement without general anesthesia. Less worry because the procedure is completed within minutes. Parents can be there during the entire time, and there are no pre- or post-op restrictions. And less cost because the Humminbird procedure is performed in an office setting, and out-of-pocket costs for the device are usually significantly lower than traditional ear tube surgery procedures. The Humminbird Ear Tube Alternative. Visit HumminbirdEarTubes.com. That's HumminbirdEarTubes.com. If you're looking for a truck that has it all and does it all, look no further than their Chevy Silverado from Mauer Chev in Inver Grove Heights and Mauer, Maine, and Anoka. The Silverado is equipped with all the latest technology, top to bottom, inside and out. And whether you're making the rounds around town or need big, beefy hauling power and capacity, you'll find it in the Chevy Silverado. And right now at Mauer Chev in Mauer, Maine, you'll receive up to $10,750 off the MSRP on all in-stock Silverados. Mauer Chev in Inver Grove Heights and Mauer, Maine, and Anoka. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your #1 source for everything football. From preseason to college kicking off, BetOnline has every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads while the games are being played. Get in on our winner-take-all $300,000 football survivor pool for the upcoming season. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker, or unwind with one of our over 150 slot games. Head to the website today. BetOnline. The game starts here.
Hey, great money-saving summer specials continue at Casey's. You can buy any large pizza, including specialty pizzas, and you get a large single-topping pizza 50% off. All you need to do is use the promo code BOGO, available on thin or original crust. Order online or in the app. You can try the all-new barbecue pulled pork pizza. That's also for a limited time. It's a summer barbecue on a pizza. And then for the remainder of the summer, the 99-cent medium and frozen drink special. Refresh, refill, repeat. Do it all the time, all summer long. These specials are going on right now, but for a limited time and only at Casey's.
You know Fleet Farm's got everything for everyday life. But did you also know we have the best prices guaranteed every day? Pet food, wild bird food, automotive, hunting, fishing, farming, you name it. All your everyday essentials, all at the best prices, guaranteed. And if you happen to find a lower price elsewhere, we'll match it. Any day, every day. Fleet Farm's got everything you need for everyday life at the best prices, guaranteed.
At Xcel Energy, we're here to make every penny count for your business. That's why we rolled out bonus rebates for energy equipment upgrades. But you can only save on your upgraded equipment if you submit your rebate application. And a lot of customers haven't yet. The deadline is December 1st, and it's fast approaching. So don't miss out on this deal. Find out how to complete your rebate application at excelenergy.com/business.
Our goal is to provide patients with the strongest, most effective, and safest options in this exciting field of regenerative medicine.
Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, National Medical Director at QC Kinetics.
The idea that you can avoid a joint replacement is very exciting.
And that's from a surgeon who's done thousands of joint replacements, but who now believes there's a better way.
Regenerative medicine, as we understand it today, gives lasting pain relief, improved function, without surgery, without drugs.
Under Dr. Scheinkup's leadership, QC Kinetics medical professionals treat patients every day with the most advanced protocols in natural biologics. Literally tens of thousands of people all over America.
I've been doing research on regenerative medicine for 2 decades. This is the future of medicine.
Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 612-254-7123. That's 612-254-7123. 612-254-7123.
5 years, no interest, or save 20% off on your siding project. Go to buildersandremodelers.com.
From the Your Boat Club Weather Center.
This report is sponsored by Luther Brookdale Mitsubishi.
You deserve a new vehicle. You need one of the best warranties in the industry. You want to save money. Get a 2024 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross with 0% APR for 60 months and save up to an additional $2,000 exclusively at Luther Brookdale Mitsubishi. Brookdale-Mitsubishi.com.
Fan forecast. Thunderstorms rolling in a bit later. For now, mostly cloudy. High of 86.
Now back to the 651 Carpets Plus, home of the Next Day Install Studios. It's the Common Man, Dan Cole, on the Fan.
Hey, welcome back to the Minnesota State Fair. Fan Stands presented by Meshbesher and Spence. I'm the Common Man, Dan Cole. He is Tennessee. We're smack dab in the middle of championship edition of KFAN Jeopardy. I'm Common. He is Tennessee. And Tennessee, let's just say that if this were a fight, they'd stop it.
Yes.
But we're only halfway through the fight. A championship 12-round bout. We enter round 7, and right now,
Brian, was it like this the first time you played too? Was it like the first time you played and you won? I'm assuming. Oh, hold on, I got your mic off. Try that again.
It was a little more competitive.
Really?
If this were, so where was I?
Sorry.
That's okay. If this were a championship fight and we're 6 rounds through, you're winning on all scorecards. You can't lose a decision. It has to be a knockout from one of the 2 other opponents, and I don't know if they've got enough. Is there even enough money left on the board to get there?
Well, there is, because the dollar, the amount's double here. We go 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000, and obviously we still have another daily double out here.
He's got a lot of loot. He's got over $7,000. What's the score right now?
Yeah, Brian is in the lead with 7,800. Jeremy's in second with 600. David's in third with 400. And I believe Brian controls the board here for the second round. So here are your categories. Like I said, we have 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000. Categories this round are classic common, double meaning, fan action figures, before and after, and common, the last one?
Potpourri.
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 Classic common, double meaning, fan action figures, before and after, and potpourri. Brian, what would you like?
Let's try double meaning for 2.
Double meaning for 200. FBI, CIA, BBC, BB King, or the Think 40. You know what? Miller Mandela guy said that you do on the regular Jeopardy, you read the question all the way through.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So should we do that? I think we're supposed to anyways, right? Then the people will
people
know.
could just like chime in and then without knowing they're going to get it by the end of it.
Oh.
Well, on regular Jeopardy,
Okay.
they can't hit the button until it's done. So then they're fighting. Then they're fighting over who. We don't have
That's why.
We don't have a button out here.
All right. So anyway, go ahead.
David had it.
What is Dig It?
When you finish the question.
FBI, CIA, BBC, BB King, or the thing Corey Cove based the game he stole from a KC radio station on that has made...
Ryan.
What is initials?
Brian has control of the board.
Same category, 400.
Double meaning for 400.
What NBA players do after nearly every referee whistle, or what Lil B will be drinking later tonight.
Brian.
What is wine? Same category, 6.
Double meaning for 6.
What Common used to elevate his scrotum with after hernia surgery, or what meat sauce went to Target to buy and ended up coming home with Home Alone
Ryan.
2 on Blu-ray.
What are socks? Double meaning 8.
Double meaning for 800.
The last name of a Hall of Fame Cincinnati Reds catcher, or where Rudy Gobert spends his time.
David.
Who is Ben?
Or where Rudy Gobert spends his time at the Olympics.
I need one little break here. I've been doing the math wrong this round. I've been doing the old number values. So I just got to change that quick. So he got... No, oh, no. Oh, we were doing right. I was just doing wrong on that one.
Where's the intermission music?
We're good.
Okay, very good.
We're good.
I want to switch it to Classic Common.
For
500.
We only have 200, 400, 600, 800, or 1,000.
400.
Classic Common for...
The maximum, please.
For 1,000. All right.
Common correctly predicted the time and situation this...
David.
Who is Joe Mauer?
Who is next there, Tessa? Jeremy?
Who is Brad Radke?
Brian.
Who is Troy Glass?
That is correct. Common correctly predicted the time and situation this Toronto Blue Jays slugger would hit a first-inning home run off of Brad Radke.
They're all trying to get in quickly because Brian gets them so fast. So we still have double meaning for 1,000, or Classic Common, you have 200 through 800, or you can do a new category.
Finish double meaning.
Double meaning for 1,000.
The name of the 12th hole at Stone Ridge Golf Course, or a nickname for Tenna and other sensitive New Age guys.
David.
What is Snag?
That's correct.
Classic Common for the maximum.
For 800.
While ranting about Barrero being late, Common said he would never call up this woman.
Brian.
Who is the fabulous sports babe?
That is correct.
That's right. I hit the wrong button.
Then Common would call this woman and ask her to go an extra 20 minutes because Common's going to be late today.
Classic Common 6.
Common once ranted about how this retail store plays music way...
David.
What is Abercrombie?
That is correct. Plays music way too loud.
Classic Common for 600?
For 400.
400, please.
Common once famously pretended to be calling from the Dallas Mavericks while prank...
David.
Who is Don Nelson?
Brian.
Who is Kevin Malone?
You can finish the question for Jeremy if you would like.
Common once famously pretended to be calling from the Dallas Mavericks while pranking this NBA GM with a trade offer.
Who is Mark Cuban?
No.
The correct answer would be, who is Kevin McHale? Who is Kevin McHale?
We're back on David. We still have one more left on Classic Common if you'd like to finish
Classic
it up.
Common.
For 200.
Yeah, Classic Common, please.
During his infamous sports rant, Common said that the person complaining should eat these.
Brian.
What are newspaper articles?
Close enough.
Newspapers.
Categories, please.
So, Brian, right now you have 10,400. David, you're in second with 1,200. Jeremy, you are in last with minus 1,000. We have three categories: fan action figures, before and after, or potpourri. Brian, you have control.
Fan action figures, 200.
This fan personality's action figure comes with a scaled 50-gallon bucket of ink, dressed in Bermuda shorts.
David.
Who is Dan Burr?
That is correct. And carrying a strawberry wine cooler and meat slice set to the thinnest setting.
Fan action figures for the next highest.
For 400.
This fan personality's action figure comes riding a high horse.
Brian.
Who is Lil B?
Has a right arm that's twice as big as its left, and that rotates at the elbow for perfect arm wrestling form. Smoke show accessories sold separately, and it was Lil B.
Action figures, 600.
This fan personality's action figure comes with a cat on a leash, a creepy-looking...
Brian.
Who was Paul Allen?
A creepy-looking hot tub, and has movable, tickling fingers.
800.
Fan action figures for 800.
This fan personality's action figure comes with a bloody shoe, a waterlogged phone.
Oh, sorry, wrong button. David.
Who is Tennessee?
That's correct. A waterlogged phone and a Q-tip stuck in his ear.
Fan personalities for whatever.
Fan action figures, you mean?
Or fan action figures.
For 1,000? We got a daily double opportunity for David.
How much does David have?
Here's the scoring right now. Brian is in the lead with 11,400. David, you're second with 2,200. Jeremy is in last at minus 1,000. So, David, you're the only one who's going to be answering this question. How much would you like to risk?
The whole thing.
$2,200. Fan action figures for 1,000.
I'm going to let it ride.
All right.
Ride, let it ride. The action figure for this frequent bumper-to-bumper guest and author comes complete with a typewriter and plush bed and cannot be removed from the bed for 3 days once sleep mode is initiated.
I know it, but I can't remember it. Got it.
3 seconds.
The correct answer would be, who is John Feinstein? John Feinstein can't get out of bed for 3 days after finishing his book, which is preposterous. I slept like a baby and jumped right out of bed after finishing this book. See it there displayed.
We have 2 categories left, before and after or potpourri. David, you still control the board.
Potpourri, please, for 1,000.
For 1,000.
The N on this school's helmet stands...
Brian.
What is Nebraska?
That is correct. Stands for knowledge.
Potpourri, 800.
Church claims there's never been a good song.
Brian.
What is a harmonica?
There's never been a good song with this instrument in it.
Potpourri, 600.
A KFAN personality once was concerned when his checking account was down.
What is 65,000?
That is correct. When his checking account was down to this dollar amount, which...
I want to add that I got that one wrong last time. I said 64,000.
Yeah.
I got it right this time.
Congratulations. So
Nice.
This has been a repeat question. I didn't realize.
Potpourri for 400.
Potpourri for 400.
He once said, a man who lives in a glass house...
David.
Who is Mark Rosen?
I thought Jeremy had been up a previous. Yeah, Jeremy.
Who is Confucius?
He once said, man who lives in glass house should change his... Oh, wait.
Yeah, we just did that one.
We did.
Yeah. You can finish it in case...
Oh, I see what you're saying. No,
we're halfway through all.
Because I thought we were... Because I actually said it. Confucius didn't, but I always say Confucius did.
Oh, I did screw that up, didn't I?
Yeah.
Well, we'll give it to him.
Yeah, that's okay.
I screwed up the question.
Next one.
100. Potpourri for 200.
Once you've crossed this county's line...
David. Or Brian, I'm sorry.
What is Anoka?
Yes, once you've crossed this county's line, your troubles are behind you. One more category to go, before and after.
Or before and after for 200.
Paul Allen's signature Justin Jefferson touchdown call is a quarterback whose ball zip.
David.
Who is JJ?
Brian.
What is he's J.J. McCarthy?
That is correct. This quarterback whose ball zips through the wind.
400 before and after?
The one of the main 3 Power Trip hosts who thinks the English channel is a TV station.
Who is Meat Sauce?
Yes, who is a TV station.
No. We're doing before and after.
Yeah.
We're not even get to the second part yet.
Yeah, it's a before and after.
Yeah. So just start it over.
The one of the main 3 Power Trip hosts who thinks the English channel is a TV station is now 2 best friends living in a basement apartment on Sesame Street.
Brian.
Who is Paul, Lambert, and Ernie? 600?
Spider-Man's alter ego is a Gopher basketball player who is the most recently...
Brian.
Who is Peter Parker Fox?
Spider-Man's alter ego is a Gopher basketball player who is the most recently added and 74th member of the Power Trip morning show. 74th member of the Power.
Before and after for 800?
This Canadian Timberwolves backup shooting guard fights for justice as Chuck Norris TV character. As a Chuck Norris TV character. Who is Nikhil Alexander Walker, Texas Ranger? Walker, Texas Ranger. And then
Final one. Before and after for 1,000.
the actor who played Don Corleone in The Godfather is a Twins beat writer and Jeopardy and initials game savant.
Brian.
Marlon Brando Young Park.
Yes. No one's even clapping.
I'm astonished. What do we have?
Do we want to play Final Jeopardy?
Well, yeah, we have to.
I mean,
play
for second and third
well,
place?
Sure, we do.
Even though our second and third currently don't have any money.
Oh, they don't have any money?
But we do have 2 minutes to kill, so let's just play.
All right.
Here, each of you grab a sheet of paper and a pen. I might need to borrow your pen. Oh, he's got one.
This was one of those most highly... It's like when the geezers at Caesars, Cooney against Norton, and everybody thought we were in for a great fight, and Cooney knocked Norton out in 54 seconds. This is what this has been like. This has been a complete and total destruction. So it's just astonishing.
So this is Final Jeopardy. Brian, I think this might be the highest amount of points we've ever had on the show. $15,600. David is in second place with minus 400. Jeremy is in third place with minus 600. Typically, I think they would just be out of the game. We'll give you two imaginary $1,000 to risk. You can risk as much of the $1,000. So the category is before and after. So write your wagers down now. Category is before and after. Write down your dollar amount you're willing to risk. Brian, you can go up to $15,600. Jeremy and David can risk $1,000.
Think about it. He's going to go everything except the dollar because this is imaginary. Can't win. He'll be the... I mean, think of the money he's going to have.
And you know he's going to get it right.
Right, that's it. I'm sure he is. Okay.
So categories before and after comment. You can read the answer, and then we'll give him 30 seconds to come up with the question.
Max Fuller's popular Timberwolves rallying cry is a half-animated, half-real 80s movie about a bunny falsely accused of a crime. I'll repeat that again. Max Fuller's popular Timberwolves rallying cry is a half-animated, half-real 80s movie about a bunny falsely accused of a crime. Good luck. A lot of excitement building. A lot of people wondering what is the answer. Does anybody have the answer? A lot of people out of the audience have the answer. A lot of people think they know it. A lot of people wonder why does Common keep talking like this. There's no reason for it. He's insane.
We'll begin with Jeremy. You're in last place. You technically had 1,000 imaginary dollars to risk. You're at minus 600. What did you say?
I wagered all imaginary 1,000 on what is Who framed Roger Rabbit.
That's correct. No one clapping. David, you're at minus 400. How much did you risk?
All of it, 1,000.
1,000. And what was your answer?
Who framed Roger Rabbit?
Very good.
And Brian at 15,600. How much of that did you risk?
I risked it all.
Wow.
Wow.
And what was your answer?
What is Who framed Roger Rabbit?
Wow. So what is his grand total?
$31,200.
Now that ain't going to get you to the grave, foo. But that's a lot of
That's
loot.
unbelievable.
Congratulations.
Now, we don't have $31,200 to give you, but we do have a blue ribbon bargain book and a KFAN hat.
How sweet is that? So congratulations.
And then
well done. What are the booby prizes?
Second place, which was David. You get a Minnesota State Fair hat and a blue ribbon bargain book.
Yeah. I think I'd rather have the Minnesota State.
And then Jeremy, a blue ribbon bargain book and a Minnesota State Fair fanny pack.
Wow. We spare no expense.
Literally.
At KFAN. Gentlemen, thank you so much for
Thank you guys so
participating. We
much.
appreciate it. Let's take a break. We'll come back when we'll welcome the legendary Mark Rosen, who is in the house, and then Mouth Guitar Guy will close out today's show.
Thank you to Tessa, too, by the way, on the microphone.
How about this? He's going to close out the show with Jimi Hendrix's Star Spangled Banner. That's still to come here on the Common Man program, live from the Fair on the Fan.
This is the Common Man, Dan Cole, live from the Fair on the Fan.
Meshbesher Spence gets Minnesotans. Because as one of our state's oldest law firms, we've been fighting for our fellow Minnesotans for over 60 years. We know the ins and outs of Minnesota's legal system, and to never call it a casserole. We know how to get Minnesotans full and fair settlements, and that any food can be put on a stick. Mostly, we know how Minnesotans deserve to be treated. If you've been hurt in an accident, call Meshbesher Spence. Minnesota Personal Injury Lawyers, Minnesotans trust.
Grab to 94E. That's traffic on the Fan. Traffic is sponsored by Bet Online.
Bet Online is the world's most trusted